Hello and welcome to Out of Spec Bits. I'm Comp. I run the Out of Spec Scoots channel. Today, I've got the privilege to check out this excellent recreational vehicle known as the Pebble Flow. It is amazing. It's got plenty of features. There's hub motors in those wheels. It can drive itself. We're gonna run through features, my thoughts on things, basically go through all the storage units. I'm gonna go through and first drive it over to where I want to stay in it for the night. And then we're gonna kick on all of the air conditioning, all the different features, and see how the overall power drain is overnight. And then also just how do I feel in it? Is there any weird noises going on throughout the night? And I live full-time in a self-converted box truck. So I've got a pretty good idea on what is needed for a good night's sleep, let's say, and what's needed for features. It's jam-packed full of features. So Pebble Flow, let's get into it.
Are you in the market for a brand new electric car? Yes? Then come closer. Have I got news for you? Our friends at the CCAN Action Fund are giving away 3 brand new EVs as a part of their 8th annual Raffle for the Planet fundraiser. That means 3 winners. If you've been looking for a chance to drive off in a brand new electric vehicle, this is it. The first place winner will drive off in a brand new Rivian, Lucid, or Porsche EV. The second place winner will drive off in a highly anticipated Rivian R2 or one of the Hyundai Ioniq lineup, or the very fun Volkswagen ID Buzz. The third place winner will get a Chevrolet Bolt, and they even cover state and federal taxes.
So they only sell 10,000 tickets, and right now less than 4,000 are sold, so those are fantastic odds.
It's only $200 per ticket, so go ahead and get yours now. To enter, go to www.evraffle.org. Pause this video right now and go to www.evraffle.org and enter to win. Or you can go down in the show notes and find the link down there.
They call this color Poppy. It is made in California, in Fremont. We're gonna go around and unplug the power. It's charged up to 100%. Get that unplugged, get the nice little cover put in, and the door put back down. Get that plugged back in. They've even got bespoke lights around back. Nice logo on the back. Really sleek looking. It's got several stabilizers that come down with one button. Really cool looking unit. Let's go through and take a look inside real quick, and then we will get to remote controlling it. This door, it's got gas shocks to it, so it wants to open. It's a nice sturdy latch to it. It definitely latches well, and it's a good feeling door. So you just open it, it flies open. Bug screen, gotta have a bug screen. And then to shut it, you just grab the cool leather straps and it shuts real nicely. And then to reopen it, just click the handle and it opens right up. This bug screen is great. It's magnetic on the sides and just snaps in. But one thing that I am noticed is there's a bit of a gap on the side. And I'm gonna kind of go through and point out anything I find that isn't really up to comp spec. So this gap is definitely enough of a gap for mosquitoes to get through and bugs. So if it were me, I might even take some self-adhesive Velcro and stick that around there to really get this sealed off. Would be nice. But there's a front seating and table area. These cushions get stowed with Velcro here and there. And then there's a manual table, really nice manual table that just press it, it moves up. It slides back and forth that way and that way. Nice omnidirectional table. Fire extinguisher. All sorts of cool stuff in here. But let's get it moved over, get it fired up. The iPad basically lives here. We've got it fully charged, and this is your main control station for just about everything. So let's take this down. I'm gonna get the camera positioned outside, and then we'll start driving it. Right, got the iPad here unlocked. Currently have InstaCamp deployed, and that is, it deploys the stairs and the self-stabilizer and the stabilizers and levels everything out automatically. So we're gonna click undeploy, and I've got to put in the password, and there we go. It's taken off. Get an idea, get a look at the stabilizers coming up. That the wheels are on the ground, but then there's two major stabilizers that go down right by the tires to level the vehicle out. And then there's 4 of these arm style stabilizers that come down. So there's actually 9 points of contact with the front caster wheel in the front. So 9 points of contact when it's down. So one touch of a button, the main stabilizers or the side stabilizers came up. There goes the stairs. Just a little bit of a whir to the motors as they're all going. And then that is both big stabilizers by the wheels. Camper shaking a little bit as it's releasing its pressure off of those jacks. When we're going to be driving this, you steer it with the iPad and you move it around with the iPad, and currently it's limited at 15 seconds. And then you have to just release and then start moving again. So I've got kind of a lofty goal to bring it all the way down the road, then into the gravel lot. That was very quick for it to get out of InstaCamp. From here, we go down to motion, and then again, you got to put the password or Touch ID in. It's got a really cool thing called Magic Hitch that it can even hitch itself up. You just bring your truck up to it, and then it puts it right onto the hitch. That is amazing technology. That'll save marriages out there. We've got an area where you put your thumb on, and then you got forward, back, and left and right. Hit forward, that is the parking brake releasing. This is gonna take a little bit. So there was my 15-second timeout. We're starting this at 6:50. So let's see how long it takes for me to get it over there. And then now I'm gonna start to turn it. It's definitely cautious at its ability to move. You definitely do not get very far on each of these 15-second intervals. You can tell it's ramping up its torque to sense how much it actually takes to move the vehicle. Just driving my remote control camper around. Speed demon. Trying to hold it back, and it does not give up. It's pushing me. There's no holding that thing back. So there's this gravel area here with a bit of an incline, and it's on the way to my destination. So I'm gonna see if it can back itself up this gravel incline here. It's slow going, and at 15 seconds every time out, you're putting in some work on tapping around, but it does make it so that you are consciously aware of what the vehicle is doing. After timeout, it seems like it puts on most likely the drum brake, the trailer drum brake to stop it from rolling away. And then if you don't do anything for, seems like about 30 seconds, a minute, then it times out, or it then puts on the actual physical parking brake, which is a separate brake than the trailer brake. That is quite the amount of weight for it to be pulling itself up here. I'm impressed at that. See, it is 7:09, so it's taken 20 minutes to get from right over there, up the road, and back it up there. It's nice how quiet it is. It's definitely using field-oriented control. That it's got great feedback between the motors and the speed controllers. That it knows exactly how much torque to put down. Hey, if you're out on vacation and you're out camping with your family, this is kind of fun. Would be definitely kind of fun to have the kids and be like, hey, you want to go drive the RV down the road? Not to really to let kids control it, but to have them along to watch it. Seems like quite good range of this iPad connectivity to the vehicle. So there, with turning on the gravel, it is stepping up the torque, and then it gets to a certain point and then just goes. A lot of energy to turn that front wheel, little tiny wheel on the gravel. It took me forever to move the camper because I had it on the lowest setting. That I tried to slide the slider and it doesn't slide unless you're on that button, and then it will move. Then you can slide the speed. So that's full speed, that's lowest speed. I moved the entire thing on lowest speed. I think that's where it's gonna go. That was quite a journey. It's 7:44, so almost an hour to get it from just down the road over there all the way up into the gravel lot here. And there goes the parking brake on. And let's take a look at the InstaCamp. So on the iPad, we're gonna get out of this screen and we're gonna just hit InstaCamp, and then I gotta put in the password. Front jack leveled out. And then in the back, we've got these two coming down. Level out the wheels. There we go. It's adjusting the front a little bit more. And then these arms are deploying. All four of them coming down. Nice beefy stabilizers overall. That's really good to see. Front ones are down. Rear ones are down, putting their pressure into the ground. And then stairs come out. Ooh. InstaCamp complete. That is quick. We were looking at 99%, so it took 1% to get over here. Using 1.63 kilowatts right now to ramp up the air conditioning and run the lights. And that was a fun journey to drive it over here. Just stepped inside, and there is cold air blazing out of these. I really like all of the lights around. Cool accent lighting all over. We noticed that these, if you dim them, they flicker a little bit, but that could be something that could be resolved in the future. I'm really impressed at the amount of storage everywhere. So, got a nice big compartment there. All of these doors are slow close and have these little pop-out handles, which is nice. So that's in there. How cool is this as far as it's magnetic in there, and there's a little dog dish slid that slides on the ground, and insert that back in, and it's magnetized in. It's really nice that there is manual controls, just physical buttons here for the stairs. Hit that once, and the stairs retract. Nice quick process with that. Oh, I'm probably getting wind noise in my mic. And then nice quick press of a button and the stairs come back out. That is really cool. And lights in here, one button press for those. The bug screen's really cool, but like I said, there's a little bit of a gap around the sides. Good to see a fire extinguisher. I think there's blankets inside this right now, but this is basically hanging clothes storage. Or there's pillows in here. But you got to get in to a pretty high-end RV to get any sort of closet area. So really cool to see that. A little bit of a beastly door to close. This front area can be put down by, let's see, exterior aero box. So we're going to retract that. Are we? There we go. And now that aero box is descending to give you a clear view out of the window. And then with windows, you can individually change the glass. So right now we've got the dinette set as clear. We'll tap that, and then the dinette windows went to opaque. We can go to roof and individually control that one. And then there's side ones as well. That's really nice that you can individually change each window. Really cool microwave in here with convection baking and air fry, and it's nice and quiet. It's a nice unit to have this multi-function Panasonic unit here. More storage down here. There is these window shades that are an option as well, that in addition to the option of the smart glass is those window shades. More storage underneath here. Nice cabinet. An outlet back there. This table, that locks it in for moving it around then. But this whole table goes down and turns into a bed. Nice microwave. Basically a giant fridge. Cool, big old fridge. Runs on 12 volt. It's got an ice chest up top. Ice is rock solid. Oh, somebody's got some dill pickle chips in here. Nice. So nice having that. The shower is really cool. Shower and bathroom. You can physically lock it closed with that. Kind of a cruel prank you could play on somebody by locking them in. But, but probably don't do that. So then inside here, there's also manual controls for the toilet, filling and flushing, but lights button for that for just the bathroom. You can turn the vent on and off. Excellent little vent up there. Then also, this window button makes the bathroom glass opaque versus clear, and that can't be overridden with the iPad. So if you're in here and you're taking a shower, if you make the glass opaque, it cannot be made clear without hitting this button. So that's a cool feature. Nice full-size shower, or full-size for an RV shower. Whole wraparound curtain that stows away nicely. Nice drain down in the floor. Full-on bathroom mirror with like medicine cabinet style. Real nice. Loving to see that. Excellent faucet. Cool little toilet. More storage underneath here. Easily accessible for extra toilet paper rolls and things. And then I just love the accent lighting all throughout. It makes things feel nice and warm and nice. So, and I'm going to say nice a million times in this video. The caulking is alright. It's not done by an absolute master caulkman, but overall looks good. Workmanship on everything feels good. Give it the pound test around. Overall, feels well built. Let's go to the sink. Nice cool little sink here. Decent size to it. That is a beastly sink. Got the induction stove here that is removable. I know it's kind of a common feature, but really cool to be able to take your stove outside and cook outside if you want to. There is garbage underneath here. More storage and the water heater. This is not a cabinet, but there is equipment in here. So they've got to have some place for some stuff. Nice slide out organizer into this cabinet. Really like to see that. That is awesome. And then drawers. Drawers up the wazoo. They've got this press unit fully loaded with utensils. Just love the soft close to things. Nice big old drawer. I keep pressing the button before it fully soft closes. Another big old drawer. And then a flip down. Keep things in here. This one, it's got the wheel well back there, but a little bit of storage all around the wheel well. Good to see them utilizing all of the space. And then more manual controls here. So you can just do the windows manually with that button. You can do the lights with that top button. Really good to see that near the bed area, you can just hit a button and turn on your lights. You don't have to go looking for your iPad. Storage. 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 Storage all over. Unfortunately, these three cabinets are not accessible when the bed is down. But it's got a chair for this area, for this desk thing, and then a Murphy bed style. So this whole thing, actually when it's latched in there, it's nice to see that it cannot come out. That is latched in there, and nice, easy function that the grab handle releases the latch, and then you just pull it down. Get it to about there, get out of the way, and there's your bed. With outlets all around it. Outlets there, outlets there. Really nice to see outlets all over. And then you've got additional storage up here, additional storage up here, and these things are strong. Like, there is, like that is, you can basically hang off of that. I can barely flex it, and that is great to see. This is one of the, let's put the bed back up. Relatively easy to lift with one hand. Get it to there, a little push, and it latches in. So this is an example of the window cover. It's magnetic in there, and the opaque glass gives you a certain level of privacy, but these are going to completely block out the exterior, especially if you're trying to sleep on a sunny day. That would kind of be a must to have these window covers. Nice, cool bug screen that's magnetized on the back. This doubles as an emergency exit. So big old bug screen back here. And the latches, there are latches all over. So pressing the button, turn the handle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 latches. And I'm pretty sure this is on gas shocks. I hope this window doesn't just fly out. I'm gonna set the phone down just to make sure I catch it if it does. Okay, yep, this whole back window is on gas shocks. Opens itself up. You can almost get it completely horizontal out there. And then this whole bug screen seems like it does a real good job at magnetizing all around. There are no magnets on the top, but there are snaps all the way across. So that is cool. It's a nice night, so probably going to leave that open and just have nice fresh air. This window, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then it gets to there, and this is kind of a ratcheting system. So you get it to there, both of them clicked, and it's now holding the window at that point. Got a odd noise coming from up here. I just turned the HVAC off, or I hit this button back here that said fresh air. So I turned that off, and there's kind of a gurgling, warbling sound from back there. A little bit interesting. I'm pretty sure that there is also a bug screen for that window. Let's see. Possibly we can find that. Would think that there is. Would say that that's probably what this is. Those cabinets are beefy. Let's get this screen secured up to this window. Looks like similar snaps along the top. Easy snap and snap. You can hear the magnets already magnetizing to the window frame. So that is quite easy. Get that thing fully attached around. And I'm curious as to the amount of bugs that would be able to get around this door and possibly around these snaps. It's not super buggy right now, and very low mosquitoes. That up in the Great Lakes area, that's a different story. The UP and things, that's the state bird, is the mosquito in the UP. But so, and it is labeled kitchen front on that. So really nice, excellent screens to be able to have open, fresh air in here. That is quite something that's awesome. This outside one does go up more. It kind of gets to a point when it's fully extended. So there was another click level. I keep going too far past it, so you got to just get past the click just a little bit, and then it stays. So that's all the way up. Whew. Hurt my shoulder a little on that one. That's all the way up, and then from inside, it is, I don't have enough strength to push that up to be able to release it. That thankfully I'm just tall enough that from outside I can barely push it up. Nope, I would need a little stick or something like that to be able to push it up just a little bit to release it. So that's something to be mindful of, is that when this window is all the way up, it's kind of hard to get it back closed if you're a short person, and also if you're not real strong with super strong arms to be able to push it up from the interior here. But still, you could get out there with just a little stick, push it in the middle, and get it pushed up. So nice sink with the nozzle to it and everything. That's overall build quality is just seems excellent. Be interested as to the longevity of everything. And also, one thing I want to point out, I noticed down below at where the hub motors are, let's take a look underneath. So the hub motors are in here, but there are these hoses and tubes and wires and things that hang down pretty low. That's one hand span away from the ground. So if you're doing anything off-road, I think that this would be the Achilles heel of off-roading. That I don't think you'd want to, I think that their coolant lines would not want to break those. So brake lines are up and out of the way pretty well. Some fittings that in rusty areas that could rust up, but that's just life. The whole battery underneath here, water tanks under here, real cool big old beefy motor, high voltage wires going into it. Nice looking craftsmanship underneath here. I could imagine that these, it's like, what do they call it? Like a ball screw? Or that's probably not right, but these large screws, they've got grease on them that could probably pretty easily get gummed up with dirt and debris and things. So something to be mindful as far as maintenance. That probably got to make sure those stay greased. And but yeah, overall, it looks good underneath here. They did a good job, and yeah, I kind of come from that. Anything exposed is kind of a weak point, especially if you do have to maintain it. But I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. These little springs are here to keep the feet up when it's up. That's something possibly that if one of these springs go, your foot's there flopping around when you're on the road. And these jacks hang down a little bit. Seems like they're just about to the same level as those tubes that are hanging down behind there. So yeah, overall, great looking unit. Good looking Goodyear Wrangler tires on it, big old tires to it. Love how the door, positive latch on the door. There's a whole gear tunnel here. Let's grab the iPad and open that up. More storage. Who wants storage? Got storage all over. So we go to exterior. Stabilizers you can manually adjust. Let's see. Where are we going to find the gear tunnel? Camp? Cargo tunnel doors. So if we tap, I heard the left one open, I heard the right one open. So a nice exterior storage here, and it's nice that they don't just instantly flop open. They've got nice slow hinges to them, let's say. So there's even power outlets in here. They've got this thing kitted out with some flat tire repair and some tools that you could put your cat's house in there. And then the other side. So it goes open all the way through. That's open air we're seeing on the other side. Really cool gear tunnel with lights. So that light is on. Not sure what's going on with this guy. It's probably got a little switch to it or something, but nice lighting inside. Let's feel how the latch is. It's got a good seal, a dual seal around it. So exterior seal that pushes up against this lip. And you can see a little bit of water intrusion past that seal. It's gotten to there, but then there's this all around full seal that goes all the way around it that presses up against this flat area. So nice, good looking dual seal dual latches to it. There we go. Now finally got it all full latched. Little things, like there's a place to stow your trailer connector with a little latch on it. Like that. That's just awesome to see little touches like that. Nice beefy hitch. And then mandatory tether that if your trailer comes, it locks it up. And then you can even manually control the jack out here with these buttons. I think right now I would need to go in and change a setting for that to happen. Because it did the InstaCamp, everything is all kind of leveled out, and if we were to raise this up a bunch, it would put a lot of pressure on the jacks abnormally. So, wonder if I can get this awning, or this window, from the side. So there's one, and, oh, no, that other side just locked. So there's one, and, come on, little guy. I get one side unlatched, and then the other side relatches. So you pretty much have to press it from the center. Let's see if I can get this side without that side going up too much. Yes, there we go. And let's kick out the awning. Kick out the jams. So in here, it's gonna be in, let's set this down. Let's see. It's got different quick controls to it. Then we go to more, exterior, awning, in and out. So we'll kick the awning out, and there we go. Awning is on its way. You basically, what I've heard is that these bars are gonna get more and more straight out from the vehicle, and you want to get it out pretty much to the point, oh, that side's hanging up on the door. Okay. So yeah, watch your door. You gotta have the door closed. Remember that as a tip. So make sure your door is closed when you're putting your awning out. Thankfully, nothing broke. Still looks like it is free of harm, even after that slight negligent user error. I think probably around there is a good amount out. And then nice, easy to get these out. Just slide that, and then this leg comes down, and then press that, and the leg can extend. All right, so awning's out. Was able to drop one of the legs, push it up a little bit, lock that one in, pull the other leg out, get that released, put it up a bit higher than the other side, lock that side. It's nice that there is holes at the bottom of these poles for stakes. You can stake your awning down. We're gonna go all the way up, but then we're gonna go down just a little bit so that there is room for the door to clear. Nice awning to it. And overall, I love the look of everything here. I'm very impressed by the functionality. Let's get this window back opened. And I'm just gonna go 2 clicks because, oh, I accidentally hit the button for the stairs while I was moving around. And I'm impressed at how sturdy these stairs feel, that there's almost no flex to it at all when you put your foot on it, even right at the corner. It's a sturdy feeling stair set. Little 2-stair. So, man, this thing is great. It was fun to drive it around for an hour. Super slow. I'm actually going to measure that distance, but it can't be more than 0.3 of a mile. So pretty slow going on moving it around, but it is possible, and it is an awesome feature to it. I'm gonna give this thing camping in overnight. Might check in here and there if I find anything, but I'll let you know for sure how it goes in the morning. All right, what's your thoughts on the Pebble? Okay. You want to find a place to hide. Could this be a good hiding spot? What about this be a good hiding spot? Okay. Go ahead. Later. Well, usually when you would get to camp, you'd start a fire and make some dinner. I currently am not going to do either of those. But what I do have, and it's almost the perfect night for it, is some night vapor flying. So this is a small RC plane, actually quite durable, even though it's made out of this basically cellophane material and a bit of plastic carbon fiber spars, but it's got little LEDs on the sides and on the front and back, and it's basically designed to be flown right around this time. Once you get to dusk and dark, the wind, a lot of places, dies down a lot. So I'm gonna fly this thing around. It's got a little brushed motor that's geared up front, and blew my tail wheel once, so I put a safety pin and glued that on there. So this thing's been through quite a bit, and Kyle and Scott even now have them too. I gotta get them out flying one of these nights. So I'm gonna tootle this thing around and enjoy surfing the air. Well, it's getting late and I'm just about ready to go to bed, and was gonna fold down the bed, and got a mosquito here. And there was another one hanging out with him. We've got a couple more bugs. There's a little moth that made his way in. And I'm just doing a test of the bug screens with the windows open. Got the back window open, got this open, and got the door open as well. So we'll see what the bug situation looks like in the morning. No other ones found, really. But definitely shows that it is not completely sealed up in here. I'm going through and doing kind of heating cycles and cooling cycles. Right now we're on a heating cycle. It's up to 76 degrees. Currently the heater is pulling 2.31 kilowatts. I've seen it as high as 2.5. So the heater draws between 2.25 and 2.5 kilowatts. And next time that I'm doing a cooling cycle, we'll take a look at that. Down to 82% on the overall battery. It is about 1 a.m. Well, that completes my night in the Pebble. I had a great experience. The bed was quite comfortable. The noises were pretty low. There was not any serious like HVAC or coolant pumps, nothing that like rocked me out of sleep. I had a decent sleep. The bed, decent size. I think it's a queen size bed. A nice bed in there. It's got a good mattress. So overall, it used about 50% of the battery not being plugged in. Got it in charging now. It's just plugged up to the pedestal over here. And overall, very impressed with the Pebble. It was a cool feature that you can drive it around. Super unpractical for driving at longer distances, but overall, it's a cool feature that you can then pull into camp, unhitch, turn your whole camper around, and be able to not have to back it up ever, really. So great for getting into charging areas. Overall, I'm very impressed with the Pebble Flow. I had a great time in it. The price is a little out of my price range, but if you got the bucks, there's not many things I can really say bad about it. There's a few app features on the iPad that I think they'll keep improving the iPad and the functionality of that just kind of wish a few things were set up a little bit differently. Then maybe you could even tap a little bit more, and just get more feedback via just a one screen kind of tapping there. Another little thing would be possibly like a little stick-on light by the bed that right by the outlets there. It'd be nice to have something that you just always know that it's there, possibly even battery powered. You can get those little stick-on lights pretty easily. So Very few suggestions as far as improvements. It seems like they thought of just about everything. So thank you so much for watching Out of Spec Bits. You have a great day.